Hello everybody, it's me Tami DeVine here on CCN Sunrise. Now a lot of people after high school consider taking a year off to kind of explore the world and discover themselves and things like that. Well, Phyllis Folb with the American Israel Gap Year Association wants you to take a trip to Israel, right Phyllis?
I do.
Why is that?
Well, on a general level, we want everyone to see the gap year as part of the post-secondary experience. Up until now, certainly in the United States, the gap year has been viewed as an extra thing. Our purpose, first of all, is to re-educate and get people's mindset to understand that it should be considered a crucial part of the post-secondary experience.
So everyone should take a year off after high school?
We're finding that, and not just us, but certainly the academic world, is finding that students have put so much time, they're almost on an academic racetrack in high school. And by the time they get to college, they're actually burned out. And they're finding that the students are not performing in the same ways that they could be because they lack the focus. They got there and now now what do I do?
Because it's like a rat race. It's study, study, study,
right,
study.
And get the good grades, make the GPA, get the good scores on my SATs. And yes, they fill up their resume with things, but there's not the sense of purpose and meaning and ultimate goal in mind, except getting into college. Mm-hmm. But they haven't had their own authentic experiences.
So taking that year off is like a refresher, right?
Well, yes, it is an opportunity to breathe, and it's an opportunity on some levels to see what kind of impact they can have on the world before they put themselves into a college in which they're heading on to this goal. And we want this gap year to be thinking about it early on in the stages of their high school career. I was a college counselor originally, and you don't create a college culture in the 12th grade. You suddenly don't spring it on their kid and say, oh, I think you should go to college. No. You talk about it the moment they sit down for their 9th grade orientation.
Oh.
And so we want students to also think about the gap year as part of that thinking process, that this is a way, this is an option that I can take that will make my post-secondary experience more meaningful and more purposeful.
So why Israel?
We are very concerned at the Israel Gap Year Association that the student takes ownership of their Jewish identity and develop a strong attachment to Israel and the people of Israel for their own personal history.
And yet it's not only for Jewish kids, right?
Exactly. So for our purposes, certainly that was our first goal, is that we want them to take ownership of their Jewish identity. But Israel is an international community.
Yeah.
They are leaders in almost, they are the startup nation. I mean, there's no argument there. They are the leaders in technology and medical research and water and fashion and art and everything you can imagine.
And it is amazing. I have not been there yet myself, but I will. But I've seen so many videos and talked to so many people that talk about the tech, the innovation, and just amazing things coming out of there.
And you know, I think what's unique about Israel as a country is that they are a can-do nation, and they want everybody to come to also do.
So I just want to ask, what do you want them to ultimately get out of it? I mean, is it to maybe go back and live in Israel, or?
Well, I'd say that I want them to take ownership of who they are, to be better global citizens, of which Israel can help them do, given the diversity of what they see and experience their history. And I want them to come back to their community as sort of unofficial ambassadors to Israel. The miracle of everyday living that I see as the gap year provides, and one of my students says, it's the adulting that I learned how to become an adult. So on one level, on a personal level, to be an adult, to be a global citizen, and to be that unofficial ambassador to Israel, to their colleagues, their fellow students, to share what they've seen.
what better way to get people to understand and fall in love with Israel than to go see it and then go tell others about it, right?
Exactly.
So Phyllis, you offer a variety of programs then that help people once they sign up with you. Can you go through some of those?
So we do offer a part of our services, our counseling services, to find the right direction and right fit for that student. Yet in what serves their interests in Israel, and we certainly have a lot of programs like that. And then we also, our cornerstone event is that we have a yearly fair with about 50 programs that come to here and are available for the families to come and have literally one-on-one conversations with them.
Local programs then, or?
No, they come from Israel.
Oh, very
so
good.
that is really unique that they're here from Israel. And so families can come and have a one-on-one and have a real understanding of what they are going to experience. So we usually have that in the fall, and so they can certainly look on our website when the dates would be, and we love to have everybody participate. And we're certainly this wanting to make sure that all students from public schools and secular private schools and Jewish schools are open, like homeschoolers, to come to this kind of program. And we also do workshops that schools and synagogues and churches and sometimes want to learn more about these options, and we provide that as well.
Okay. And so you're finding the right fit for folks to do specific things when they're in Israel?
Yes, I mean, we really gear this to their specific interests, whether they want to do more academic learning, whether they want to do a career development, whether they want to do more self-development or religious studies. We really gear it to them. I find you can't fit a square peg into a round hole. So we try to find the very perfect fit for them and really get very personal and find out what is going to make the most of this year. We like to think industry-wise, academically-wise, even though the buzzword is the gap year, we like to think of this as a bridge or a transformative year.
Very good. So how can people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with us through our website, which is www.israelgapyear.org. Okay, and they can certainly find us on Facebook at Israel Gap Year.
Israel Gap Year is the keyword
Right.
there. Okay, very
or
good.
AIGYA, if you want to.
Okay. American Israel Gap Year Association. Got it. Thank you so much, Phyllis. I appreciate you talking to me.
Thanks.
And we'll talk again soon, I hope.
Yes.
Maybe we can share some success stories.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you very much. And that's it for now here on CCN Sunrise. Make sure to check out israelgapyear.org. And I'll see you next time.